Yeah, just put it up there. Then you have the cochlea, the coil part, and inside the coil part would be the the organ of Corti, which is the end organ for hearing. Now, there's an overhanging membrane with that called the tectoral membrane. And then the organ of Corti is landing on the basement membrane. So as I'm speaking, the sound waves are pushed against here. You've got the outer ear, tympanic membrane, malleus, incus, stapes on the oval window. Now the oval window is pushing on fluid inside this area. And so it's right in here you have fluid. And the fluid is moving. It's pushing the membranes down. Then there's a round window that moves out. So you have the oval window pushing in and the round window bulging out. But as that's moving, then there's going to be a distortion of the hair cells. The neurons wrapped around the base of the hair cells start an impulse. Now the high-pitched sounds would be closer to the stapes, and the low-pitched sounds would be further down. There's a much greater variety than I could make, but low pitch would be further here. But again, the hair cells are distorted, the neurons wrapped around the base of the hair cells, and it would actually be dendrites of special bipolar neurons. That starts the impulse, sodium in, potassium out, sweeps down to the cell bodies in the modiolus here, and then out the axon, and it will go out the vestibular branch of the 8th cranial nerve. Okay, now on this ear we have about the same thing here. We have a small variety, we do have a P here. But here we have the semicircular canals with the ampulla, the vestibule, the cochlea, fitting in the nerve here. And then you have the tympanic membrane, malleus, incus, and stapes fitting in. And it shows the eustachian tube. Now there's the muscles also inside that attach to the stapes and attached to the tympanic membrane. The tensor tympani attaches to the tympanic membrane to keep it from over vibrating, it's a real loud noise. And the stapedius attaches to the stapes to prevent it from over vibrating. And here we have eustachian tube again. Now this also shows the styloid process of the temporal bone. You have the hyoid bone down in your neck attaching here by ligaments, but the ear structures are going to be in the petrous portion of the temporal bone. And then finally the nerve fibers leaving for sound will go eventually to the temporal lobe for interpretation for sound. And that will conclude our part on the ear.